The 6-foot-tall giant Ike Catcher, who weighs around 130 kilograms, is one of the most famous heavy turned in California. And he has an interesting story worth hearing. A guy worked out on the famous Muscle Beach next to Gold's Gym, where Arnold Schwarzenegger worked out in his youth. This is the most famous place for strength sports athletes. Nearby is a sunny beach, palm trees, outdoor exercise equipment, beautiful girl, and so on 365 days a year. First, I will tell you the story of Ike Catcher life, and in the second half of the video we will talk in detail about the different types of his workout. In 2014, an opportunity arose to be part of the success of Hollywood film and television. As a young Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy is no less ambitious, which has brought this talented gentleman several roles in his short acting career. Ike Catcher's most recent success came in a film called Hold the Punch, which was released nationwide in 2016. As a teenager, he was already a big guy and then he also gained muscles and stood out among his peers. He was described in his hometown and huge and muscular. He himself is from Austria and his native language is German, but he always wanted to develop in California. He has received millions of views on his YouTube show and has been featured in articles in various bodybuilding, muscle and fitness magazines, as well as being the official spokesperson for the world-famous Muscle Beach. He worked with Arnold himself in the film industry for 4 years, and also participated in the preparation on the film Creed, which will soon be released. His diet contains a lot of protein, fruits, and he practices periodic fasting, eating 1 or 2 meals a day. And they are very voluminous, given the hot weather and intensive workout. It is not easy to maintain such muscle mass, but he has such a diet when he loses up to 110 to 120 kg and then starts gaining weight again up to 130 kg. Of course, it also contains sports supplements. Workout in calisthenics, Ike Catcher wants to show by his example that tall and massive guys can also do various tricks with their bodies and look pumped up and functional. The athlete tries to divide 50 by 50 training with gym and calisthenics. First, they conduct strength workout with weight and simulators. And after a while he goes to work out with calisthenics, and most importantly, all this in the fresh air. In addition to the gym and calisthenics, Ike is engaged in martial arts, kung fu and MMA. He needs it for shooting in movies. A special graffiti was made on the wall for him on Muscle Beach, as for a local star. Next to him are Arnold, Franco Colombo and other celebrities of California. As he pointed out, you have to stay strong in these places, because there are different guys on the street in those areas, and there may be fights. First of all, you need to be able to extinguish everything with words. And secondly, muscle mass and appearance significantly infuses in those places to prevent trouble. His life philosophy is such that you don't always have to compete with everyone and try to be similar, better to share strengths with each other and complement each other. But he does not see his life without workout. You have to compete with yourself and use your day to the fullest. At the beginning of the career, after moving to America, he worked hard to move out of a cramped studio. Now the guy has a much better apartment, but he does not relax and continues casting in movies and is already acquainted with many Hollywood stars. Now I will talk in detail about Ike Catcher's 3 types of workout. Catcher's first workout consists of the following: warm-up and then chest and shoulders workout. He takes the range of repetitions for heavy exercises by 4 to 5 times. There is a 1-minute break, between exercises. First, he works out the chest, because it is a larger and stronger muscles than the shoulders. But in all pushing movements, the pectoral muscles and shoulders involved. First, the athlete does 3 sets of 4 to 5 repetitions of bench press at the angle, then immediately does 3 sets of raising the dumbbell on the shoulders at an angle so that the rear deltoid is included. Here he picks up the weight for 6 to 8 repetitions in the approach. The next exercise is 3 sets 4 to 5 repetitions of the classic bench press. Break 2 minutes. Next, he does 3 sets of 5 repetitions of dumbbell presses lying at an angle, or it can be replaced by lowering the dumbbells while laying down, changing the trajectory. The next ride to the middle bundle is a delt press over the head. If you have problems or discomfort in your shoulders, you can replace with a press sitting in front of your head. 3 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. If there is no barbell, it is replaced with dumbbells, an exercise for the rear delta, lifts on the power blocks. 3 sets of 4 to 5 times. The same can be repeated on TRX loops. He does this workout from 1 to 2 times a week. Next workout: warm-up, then running, a sprint of the beach with maximum acceleration, about 90% of the usual maximum. Of course, this is approximately. This is followed by a basic strength workout session 40 minutes. Now the details. In running workout, he has such exercises as wide lunges, knee lifts to the press, and long jumps. Sprint platform 5 sets of 50 meters. He calls such a warm-up Unleash the Beast. Next he practices hitting with a pair front kicks for 3 to 5 minutes. Next, after rest, side kicks of the back for 3 to 5 minutes. Rest for a couple of minutes and kick the back from a turn around, also for 3 to 5 minutes, and one more set of mixed kicks in freestyle, also 3 to 5 minutes. Next come the ABS curls, 3 sets of 20 to 30 repetitions. This is just one example of his workout for explosive power and leg endurance. About 2 of these per week, it is considered easy. Now let's analyze hand workout. Ike Catcher's third type of workout is the arms, his favorite muscle group. In the first exercise, lifting the bar on the biceps. He does 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. For arms, which are considered small muscles groups, you can give a slightly larger range of repetitions. The next exercise is a concentrated one-arm dumbbell biceps lift, 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. This is a classic exercise. We fix the elbow of one arm and do lifts. Try to turn the arm. The next exercise is tricep stretching in a block simulator. 3 sets of 8 to 10 times. During the pull, keep your elbows close to your body and at the bottom point rotate your wrist as if spreading a rope handle to the side. The next exercise is a biceps lift with one hand on the squat bench. We select the weight for 3 sets of 8 to 10 times. This is where biceps isolation works best. Ike do next exercise is an angled bench press, repetition range 5 to 10 reps, 3 sets. He workouts his hands 1 to 2 times. And what do you think about the hero of this video, Ike Catcher? Write in the comments. By the way, I have been working out in calisthenics since 2011. Write to me in private messages on Facebook or by mail for help with a workout and nutrition plan, and also for a small donation to my YouTube channel. I will send you a book with my workout experience. Mistakes in workout and diet are described there. Look for a link to my contact in the pinned comments under the video or in the video description. Guys, by the way, subscribe to this channel and don't miss new videos.